Hi everyone, this is Prasun from Learnitis here. Hope you guys are doing well. So in this video I will be teaching you how to use Python socket. We'll be just creating a simple server and a client. We'll be connecting those two, and we'll see how we can create a just simple server and a client. And so this will be a whole series of socket. We'll be creating a sequence of videos about how you can use socket programming in Python to create asynchronous asynchronous connections. You can create chat app using these socket servers. And so in this video we'll be covering only the socket part, the simple socket library. Later on we'll be discussing more about socket IOs, Flask socket IO, creating a chat app, and everything else. So hope you enjoy this series. So let us just start with this simple example. So first of all, in order to create a server and a client, you need to know about this socket module that we have in Python. Okay, so this is an inbuilt module, and you can read about it from python.org. They have a good documentation on it. So in order to create a server, first we will import the socket library. Then we'll create our server. So to create the server, we have to use socket.socket. And so this socket is actually a function which actually takes two parameters. So first parameter will be our socket.afinet, and second will be socket.sockstring. Sorry, so this will be in caps, socket.sockstring. So now what this tool is doing, I will explain it later. First let me create the app. First let me create the server. Now the next part is we have to actually give it a host and a port, in which the server will be running. So let us create two. So host will be a string, so I will be running it on my local host right now, and the port I will be giving, so port is an integer, you have to keep that in mind. And now we will be bind this host and port to our server. So this bind is actually a method of the server right now, and it takes a tuple. So the tuple will contain the host and the port, like this. So right now what actually happened is we are binding this host and the port to a server. Hence we can say that the server is actually running on this host and on this port. We are opening this port, and then we'll tell our server to listen for connections from clients. Now so now our server is actually listening, and now so now the server, what it is doing, so we have actually created our server, and it is binding this host and port, and it is listening for connections from clients. Okay, now what if the server gets a connection from a client? Then it has to accept that connection, right? So we will tell our server to accept the connection using the accept method, and this accept method actually returns a tuple of connection and address. So this is the connection and address of the client that we will receive. Okay, this address that we will get as the output from this server.accept is the address of our client that we will build in just a minute. Okay, and using this connection we can actually send and receive data from our client. Okay, so right now for logging purpose we will just print out the address of the client. With client we will pass on the address so that we can actually see the address of our client. Okay, and for logging purpose let us print some statement here also. Listening for connections, now our server is actually capable of listening to connections, accepting those connections. Now the next thing we will do is receiving some data from the client, so in order to do that we'll use this connection. We are now connected to our client right now, and we got our connection. Okay, now using this connection we can send or receive data from the client or to the client. Okay, so right now we'll just send let us just receive data. Okay, first let us check. So so this is connection dot receive, and so we'll receive data and store it inside this receive data variable. And what is this 1024? This is the byte size that so this is the buffer size that we want to receive. So data are sent in chunks. Okay, so we'll discuss more on this later, but for your knowledge right now, so data is sent from client or from the server as byte, and it is sent in chunks. Okay, so data is not sent in a continuous way, it is sent in chunks. So we are specifying that we need 1024 bytes in a chunk. Okay, now since you remember that I told that the data is received as bytes, it is a encoded data, hence we have to decode it. So we are decoding the data and storing it inside this receive data variable. Now we'll print out this receive data. So we are finished creating our server. So right now we just finished creating our server. So let us now run our server and check whether it is working or not. Okay, let me clear off my console and I'll be calling my server out, and yes, so right now you can see that my server is now running, and what it is doing that it has actually bind this host and port, and now it has started to listen for connections. Since there is no client that is trying to connect to a server, hence it is waiting for those connections, and after it gets those connections from those clients, it will accept it and then execute the data later on. Okay, so now let us code our client. So let me remove it and code it from first. So the same thing we have to do over here also. We have to import our socket library, and now we have to create the client, right? So client will be socket dot socket. The same thing, the same family will go over here, and socket if inet socket.sockstring. So in the server side I forgot to mention what are these actually, right? What are these parameters? So socket.afnet is actually saying that the host can be actually a IP address or any address, and the socket.sockstring is actually saying that the connection will be a TCP connection rather than a UDP connections. Okay, so now there you can Google it why TCP is better than UDP, and you will find many articles on that. And if you want to cover that in a separate video, you can comment it out. Okay, now what we will do, so we have created our server and we have bind our server in this host and port. Right now what our client we have to do is to connect to our server in this host and port, right? So what we will say, our client, we will say that client.connect to the host, that is 27.0.0.1. sorry, this will be a string, so host is always a string and the port is 4000. Okay, so connect is a method that accepts a tuple as a parameter. So tuple will consist of the host and the port, same as bind. So bind is also same. So here it is accepting a tuple. So tuple have to consist of a host and a port. Okay. Now we will send data. So our server is actually listening to that connection and receiving data from the client, right? So we have to send some data from our client side. So let us send hello world. And for logging purpose, let me print out something like sending data, and that's it. So our client is ready. Okay, so let me open our server and client side by side. So our server is already running. Okay, now let me clear it off, and now let me run my client. So as soon as I click on so as soon as I hit enter, what it will happen, it will execute this client.py and it will connect to our server on this host and port. That is the host and port of our client, the server, and we will be sending data to our server, right? So let us check whether it is happening or not. And as you saw that as soon as I entered, it sent the data to our server, and the server actually established the connection with the client on this address, and it printed out hello world that it received from our client. So this was it. This is a simple server and client connection where we are only sending data from client to server or server to client, and it is only happening once. And you saw that after executing the accept method, after executing this data, our server died. So this server died. Okay, so in the next videos I will show you how to create always a continuous connection. The server will never die, it will always listen for new connections and will also queue connections, and it will be a synchronous connection between a server and a client. So hopefully I hope that you enjoyed this video. From this video, if you have any queries, please comment it out, and also please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. for watching this video, and also you share your queries, if you have any new ideas with the socket library, you can share on this comment section, and also you feel free to click that like button. Thank you.